Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking D3 NIL, meaning what Division 3 athletes can do with NIL. And spoiler alert, no, it is not just for big time D1 athletes. So today we're bringing you an actual example. We talked with this D3 athlete last week, and just to get an idea of what he's been up to, we saw some posts on his Instagram, sponsored posts. And so, we've been interviewing D3 athletes who have had success with NIL. This is just the latest in that series, and let's get into it. So today we're reviewing our interview with Jair Knight, who is a men's basketball player at Emory University down in Atlanta. Pretty good. Let me show you this video here of what he does on the court, making blocks like that. He can also get it done on the offensive end of the court. Pretty talented player. When it comes to NIL, he had not really done much so far. So he really just started this fall. And again, that was why this was, interesting to us, because he was just getting going with posting. So let's go to his NIL by the numbers to break this down, because we want this to be as tangible as possible for you. So 6 total deals he signed last year, 2025. And he only started in the fall. So this is not something that he had been doing all year, but he really just got going in the fall. Total earnings, $600 um, on 4 separate deals that he had signed this year. And he'd been getting a lot of deal flow from an agency called 98 Strong. So reminder, you don't have to do everything by yourself. There are agencies out there who are willing to help, but definitely double check or maybe talk with another D3 athlete who has used them, just to get a review on, how they are. Are they, honest, trustworthy, or are they maybe more just not someone you want to be dealing with? So those are his numbers, and here's how he's been doing it. So this is the reason why I love this story, is because he doesn't have that many followers. Again, just 3,000 on his Instagram. But this is what we started to see, like posting with Olipop, after a workout with a protein powder, and just little things alongside his normal content. So things that kind of feel pretty natural on his page. Um, and so, yeah, so we got into this interview. We wanted to talk to him, and he had some really good advice. So when you're starting out with NIL, just get your foot in the door and try to enjoy the process. If you take it too seriously, you're not going to actually, enjoy it, which means you probably won't do it for the long run, which is, the whole point. If you want to build up a following, build up some additional revenue for yourself, and maybe either give yourself some spending money or cut down on the cost of college overall. So this is fun. His favorite NIL deal that he signed so far was Pocky the chocolate sticks. He said he was able to give it out to friends too, and it's always cool that you have stuff that it's always cool when you have stuff that your friends would enjoy. Um, Definitely makes your dorm room a hit, your apartment a hit, for people to come over and visit. So what worked for him when he was reaching out to brands? So he said, stay as communicative as possible. If you have questions, ask them. It shows professionalism and initiative. So this is, something that is a skill that will help you. I mean, if you didn't develop it during the recruiting process, following up with coaches, this will help you when it comes time to, if you want to get a job, go find a job, because companies don't always, they're never really going to be recruiting you for jobs unless you're at an on-site event or something. So reaching out, being proactive, showing that initiative, asking questions, and staying in touch is just a great skill set to build up. So Jair's doing that through his NIL work. When a brand shuts you down, which is going to happen, uh, reply with a thank you note. Just say, really appreciate it, and don't burn bridges. This is, again, good for the real world, good for recruiting. If you're a recruit and you're watching this, never, you know, you might be frustrated in that moment, but that coach could go to another school where all of a sudden they have slots open, and then they're going to recruit you there. Um, so just, yeah, keep that door open, reply with, be gracious, and send that thank you message like Jair says. Last but not least, on strategies, stay confident in your image, who you are, and don't change your whole uh, personality or posting style just to land a deal. Um, they want brands, being they want creators who fit specific audiences and are authentic, and that makes it the right partnership. So again, don't adjust yourself. Try to find things. Start by building a list of products that you would love. For Jair, that was protein powder, Olipop, and Pocky. It's all food stuff. Um, but that's like what he wanted in his day to day. And that makes it a really appealing thing to brands because, you're actually going to use it and you're going to be passionate about presenting that to people. So, lessons or personal growth from your NIL brand work. Sometimes I come across brands and products that I'm very enthusiastic about, and I may not get that opportunity. The lesson I learned was to accept the feedback and apply it. This helps me become better equipped and more suitable for future brands. So another one, he talked about sending a thank you note when something doesn't work out. You can also just ask that question and say, "Hey, what could I do, or what would you like to see, or what are your typical college athlete partners do well that you guys like?" And that can inform your future work. Um, this is something we always love to ask athletes who we interview because, you know, not only you should be listing things that you feel like you can get a deal with, but also things you're shooting for, brands you'd really love to work with, your dream setup. So for Jair, that was Core Power, and I think he means like the milk, the protein shakes, especially after a good lift. It's something my teammates and I look forward to. So this is fun, pretty big brand, and he would be the man on the team if he had a free cooler full of Core Powers for after those team lifts. So final thoughts: embrace both your athletic and academic personas, communicate what you're interested in to brands as it may lead to more opportunities. And when you finally do get that deal, don't be shy. It's your page that you're posting on. So if you want to modify it to suit your needs, make sure you talk to them, ask, um, and don't feel like your hands are tied just because they're paying you the money. You have some flexibility with how you're going to end up posting it. So that was the interview. If you want more, we do have a ton more D3 NIL interviews with athletes. Some of the first people to do it, they did it really well. A couple people had over 40 deals each. One female athlete signed a deal with Lululemon. We have all that and more. Some links down here. We also built out a whole section in our new D3 Recruiting Playbook that covers NIL strategies and ideas specifically for D3 athletes. This is not for, maybe the high major Power Four athletes, but things that you can do as a D3 athlete to really get traction. So check out these links. This is just on our website, d3-direct.com, newsletter/D3 NIL insights, and let us know what topic you want us to cover next. We'll see you with the next video.